The goal of the new bill is to make it harder for thieves to resell your catalytic converter. All new cars would have to have the VIN number etched into the device to help police trace it back to you, and it would make stealing a catalytic converter a criminal offense. It's the device that takes just seconds to steal but costs thousands of dollars to replace. Catalytic converter thefts are rising across the nation.
At least through May, AAA Texas claims were up over 5,000% compared to 2019.
A new federal bill calls for VIN numbers to be included on the catalytic converters, also providing grant money so people can stamp their VIN numbers on existing vehicles.
I don't think that's going to make a difference.
Art Acevedo is the former police chief for Houston and Austin, now advocating for better catalytic converter laws in Texas.
There's going to be a lot of work to be done on that bill before it's actually helps instead of burdens the consumer and legitimate businesses.
He says one part of the bill is spot on, making it a criminal offense to steal one of these devices.
If we can make it painful for them where they know they're going to go to prison, it will have a deterrent effect.
We also spoke with leaders from PGM of Texas, a catalytic converter recycling plant. They tell us this bill won't really help them until about 10 years down the road, when today's new cars start to phase out. The company is advocating for some sort of database that connects VIN numbers with cars and their owners. In the meantime,
there's other things you can do as well, such as putting a cage around your catalytic converter or putting a lock on it.
Across Texas, the average price of a gallon of unleaded gas is now $2.99. That's the lowest price since January and comes just in time for travelers getting ready to hit the road for Thanksgiving. About 4 million Texans are expected to travel 50 miles or more this Thanksgiving. AAA Texas says that's up slightly from last year, and it's close to catching up with pre-pandemic holiday travel numbers. One reason for the increase is the decrease in gas prices.
Gas prices have come down so much since the middle of summer in June when we saw those record prices. And just in the last few weeks, we've continued to see prices fall. So that's probably going to lead to even busier roadways than initially thought.
Terry Forsyth is filling up after a 9-hour drive from Northwest Arkansas.
We're doing Thanksgiving in San Marcos.
Gas prices in Arkansas are significantly higher than in Texas, hovering around $3.25 a gallon. Were you surprised to see prices below $3 again?
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, it's getting close to where it needs to be.
Air travel is also up this Thanksgiving. And unlike gas prices, the cost of flights is soaring.
Some flights are as much as $500 more this Thanksgiving than they were last year. So the airfares are definitely up, but so is the demand for travel.
AAA says no matter how you choose to travel, expect crowds and delays.
Whether you're on the road, at the airport, or the cruise port, it's going to be very busy this holiday.
The East Central Hornets girls basketball team was taking on the Marble Falls Mustangs Friday night. Fans started heckling Hornet senior leader Asia Prudhomme. Teammates call her AP during a second quarter free throw.
When I was at the free throw line, I wasn't really paying attention because I was always taught to ignore the stands, focus on the free throw.
When she went back to watch the game film, what they heard were racially insensitive noises coming from the Marble Falls student section.
I honestly don't know how to feel because I've never had this happen to me before, so I'm still in shock.
Just one day before, AP was riding high, scoring her 1,000th career point in just 2 seasons and 10 games. Now dealing with something she calls sad, heartbreaking, and uncalled for.
How often do these things happen that might go unnoticed?
I feel like this happens a lot.
Hornet head coach Vanessa Villarreal says she sees things like this happen on social media, but it hitting this close gives this situation more of an emotional charge.
It's hard. It's hard to watch it happen when you know it's out there, and you just hope you can protect your kids in the moment. So it's difficult.
Athletic Director Suzette Areola says the UIL has a student and fan code of conduct for how people should interact at games.
And they have a plan that they would like for school districts to follow when it comes to administration. So, the plan is there. It's whether a school district puts that in place.